about the mentality and goals for the season. You guys were so young last year. You're still young, but you're also experienced. Like, what do you feel like is realistic, and what are you guys chasing this season?
I feel like everything is realistic now. Like, I feel like we're chasing to become a great basketball team. And obviously, Coach Shrewsberry's been doing a really good job with that. And we've been doing a really good job ourselves because we've been pushing ourselves to the limit, and we work extremely hard every single day.
You need the camaraderie, you need the chemistry to be able to win games and go far, as everybody knows. So I think that we put a big focus on, being together.
Practice has been going for y'all?
The practice has been great. We have a lot of great pieces. A lot of them great teammates. So I feel like we have a great group so far.
How's the chemistry?
Wild was last season as like a really young group, and you guys were kind of throwing a lot at the wall, so to speak, at different times.
Yeah, it's wild, but I mean, it was good for us. A lot of us, three freshmen that are now sophomores that are back. We got a lot of experience just from playing last year and just kind of being thrown to the wolves, which is at times last year, like you said, wild, can be chaotic, it can be stressful. But I think just having that experience this year and then be able to come back and have it under our belts and be able to build off that, I think that's what's going to help us be successful this year. So.
Talked to a bunch of them. They're all pretty confident and excited for the year. How much do you like the fact that they're not shy about chasing big dreams this year?
Yeah, I mean, they should, right? We don't want to hide from anything, but we also don't, they should have expectations. And, we have a confident group. We have a tough group. We have a group that's together. And when you put those things all in the mix, that adds to some good stuff that can happen. So, we're fired up about it. And like I said, I love coming in here every single day with these guys.
I'm about to do that too. What you do, Snow? They said happy, and he was like, he uncrossed his arm. I am happy.
We don't turn the ball over. We have people that are taking great shots and taking the right shot for our team. We got people that are playing with effort to try and get it back on the glass. That's how you separate yourself.
Big practices looks harder than a game. So you're just out there, you're competing, you're going at it. And especially this year with all the guys we have, everyone's fighting for a spot. Everyone's fighting for every minute. So every single practice is just so hard and competitive. But then also the way he's a really good teacher. He teaches and breaks down every little thing, and then we go and play out of it. So it's practice is just crisp, but at the same time, we're going at it. So it's really nice. It's the perfect combo.
I looked at a lot of different places, and I'd say these practices are the most NBA style, the most focused. And I like that because, a lot of different, coaches have a lot of different styles of practice, and I've seen it all. I've seen the practices where you're running all the time from one mistake, but, Coach Shrews has an NBA style practice where he focuses more on the details. He focuses on specific things, a lot of playing, but I think the way he teaches is something that it's one of one. I don't think, anybody else in the country teaches like him. They're extremely organized, extremely well thought. I've known Brady, Micah, Molly, Nick, Caitlin, and Gracie ever since I can remember. I mean, Micah and my dad worked together at Butler in 2008. I was 3 years old, and I met Braeden before then because my dad and Micah were good buddies. But I mean, I grew up with Braeden and Nick, hung out with those guys every day almost throughout my time in Boston, their first 6 years there. So I've known them forever. And it's really cool to be back with them, but at the same time, it's a little different. It's not like Uncle Micah. It's more like Coach Micah that yells at you all the time. So it's a little different. And then Braeden. I mean, Braeden's just a guy I've kind of always been close with. Basketball's always been a link, has held us together. So it's kind of a full circle moment in a way. I'm a year older than him, but probably known him as long as he's been alive ever since we've been alive. So I really grew up with him all childhood, played with him all those years. So we're really close. I don't know if we actually played on a team together, but we hooped together every single day. So we basically played together. All the nights we would watch the Celtics games and go outside and play on the mini hoop and dunk, or go to all the Celtics games at home. That's probably my favorite memory. Once he said he was really considering here, I was like, yeah, I got to get it done. So I want to take a little credit in the recruitment too.
And so those two guys have literally grown up together. When I started at Butler, and they would be in the stands as little kids, crawling on the floor, playing with trains or something, but living and dying with every possession at the same time. And, there's such great memories of those guys' Final Fours at Butler, going to the NBA and being with the Celtics for 6 years together. And those moments throughout the playoffs, those moments, there's so many of these pictures of those two guys at Christmas Day game in New York City in Madison Square Garden, and they're on TV. They've grown up with each other and around each other, but around basketball. And I think it shaped them who they are because, they've been around really good players, and they've kind of taken on some of those good things that they see from those players and have added them to themselves. For them to be kids growing up together, to now be teammates in college, this is probably a story that, doesn't happen very often. Our two families are about as close as can be, and those two kids are about as close as can be.